Or had already applied to go to UT. Okay, so there's 3 of you. Who out of you 3 still want to go to UT? Okay, who out of you guys who had applied to go to UTSA? Who out of you guys still want to go to UTSA? Okay. Who didn't apply but now wants to apply to UTSA? Okay, cool. Rainisha, why did you change your mind? What made you want to go to UTSA now?
Well, for one, I wanted to go to UT because of the business program, and I know that it's one of the best business schools, especially for a public school. But I know that I'm going to be living there for over a year, so I want to be comfortable and I want to feel at home, and I didn't feel at home at Austin, but when I was in San Antonio, it was my home working.
Yeah, just coming down and seeing it was more like okay, this is how it's gonna be. Like, it wasn't even a do I still want to come here. It was just more of a this is how it's gonna be when you're here. So it was just like a test run.
Balim, you said no on UT, right? Why? What changed your mind?
I guess just being in there, it was too crowded for me, and it just seemed too much of a city rather than a college.
Like how Balim said about UT, and I do agree with her on it, how the campus was more like it's a city, and then at UTSA I like how it was the campus, and then you can go down to like the downtown area, and then that's the city, so like you get best of both worlds, like how they were saying in the tours. So that's why I just like absolutely love that place.
Oh, well, because at first it felt like, yeah, it feels like more at home, but then like as we started walking, like it was more empty and there wasn't that many people out. And
UTSA, as far as the environment, I didn't really feel at home. So
You did or you didn't? At UTSA?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
So,
And so what gave you that feeling?
it's just, I don't know, maybe the student body, like it wasn't, like I expected more students.
UT was crowded, you know. I feel like it's hard to distinguish yourself from others, and there's not people actually looking at what you're accomplishing. But then when I see at UTSA, it's a smaller school, I like that, but then I feel like it's underdeveloped in a way, you know.
It's a little scary at first.
Okay, why?
It's just, I don't know, I'm guessing you're not accustomed to being like alone, you know. It's just, it can be a little bit scary.
I love it. I love having my own space. And like when we were with Brianna, she had her own room, and then her dorm roommate had her own room. So
For me, it was more of how they paid for college and the different ways to do it, like fast fund scholarships, and like what exactly it covered for them, what it didn't cover, what they're paying with their scholarships, getting those refunds back, what they're doing with it, like just more in detail of what the money situation is like.
This whole trip, you know, I really like both colleges is the clubs, you know. Like, there's more than just going to class, because you're not going to class every day. Think about that. And then you're going to have your study time, but then there's always going to be that one time that you always have to fill in, and then those where those clubs come in. You know, you may be far away from your family, so I guess you can make those people your second family, and make you feel a little bit more at home, and that's what I like, you know. I had a lot of clubs, always trying to improve the university, and that's something I'm looking for in the university. But I lean more towards UTSA than UT.
Thank you so much for you know, funding this, because like, okay, when it was kind of sad when we went to UT at the, like, when we were all together, and like you see all the children, or you know, soon to be freshmen students with their parents, and like their parents are asking the questions, and then like we're here all alone. But that's also because, or I don't know if I speak for myself here, but like I'm like kind of like a first generation here, so it's like I don't bring myself down because of it, because I know, like, you know, how my family and background is. So this is just like a good experience that I don't want to say I wouldn't have been able to have gotten, but it would have been more difficult.
He exposed me to a lot of certain things that I never knew that I would look into a a university, you know, when someone thinks, what's the perfect university for me? It has to be in the top 10, has to be great academics, has to be all this, well known in sports. But then at the end, I came with a new idea of what I wanted in university, and that's what helped me out today. So when I make my decision on where I want to go, this experience will help.